to a very special edition of I'll Take the Over podcast on a Friday night. I feel like we're getting ready to watch Friday night videos, Josh, at Grandma's.
Damn right.
Eight Cinemax After Dark.
Damn
There
right.
you go.
There ain't nothing beats those scramble porn, especially when you find that boob shot.
Boy, get that wave line to fall out just
Man,
right.
yeah. Get that little tuner on the TV, click it right.
We got Doug Edwards somewhere in the dark in Cooter down there.
Oh, Dark Doug.
All you can see is his name. Oh, there he is.
He said the hell with him.
Oh, he is back.
We're having issues, but we're here.
Having issues. Hey, look who's back. Johnny Grissom's back.
Come out of the woods.
Oh, Silent George.
The swamp thing there.
All right, hey guys, we're going to talk about some NFL and some playoff games this week. I know we talked earlier in the week and guys want to have a chit chat about it. Doug said he's got a lot to say.
Shocker
I can't
there.
believe I would never think Doug Edwards would have anything to say.
Surprise.
Hey, I got money to give away. I got
Money to give away.
I'm just like, I'm going to be like Santa Claus now. I'm going to give y'all some prop bets. I'm going to give y'all the best things you can do. You want to make some money this weekend? Here you go.
Here you go, folks. All right, so I guess we'll talk about the first game on Sunday, which is Lamar Jackson and his Baltimore Ravens against Patrick Mahomes' Kansas City Chiefs. What you got on that one, Dougie?
Well, I'm gonna say Baltimore takes it by more than and covers, but now that's not a bet I would place because this could go either way. You know, you never can count him. Bad as I don't like him, you can't count Mahomes out.
That's right.
He does make plays. I can't stand the guy. I can't stand Pfizer, Kelsey, or any of the rest of them hardly. But now I would pick Baltimore if I had to be forced to pick one way or the other on that. But your bets right here, your bet is the under. Baltimore is going to throw the short passes, control the game. Kansas City is not as explosive as they have been in the past with Tyreek Hill and this and that. That's your bet is your under. And I got a prop bet here, Justin Tucker over 1.5 field goals. You want to make some money, you take Justin Tucker. He's automatic. Baltimore's going to be fine with driving the ball. They'll take the points. They'll take the 3 points. It's guaranteed. You put Justin Tucker out there, that's 3 points. I don't care if he's kicking 55, 60, whatever. And another one, Aguilar for Baltimore, an anytime touchdown. That's a good prop bet there you can take because they look for him in the red zone a lot. He's targeted a lot, and I'm saying he will score a touchdown, but the score is going to go under.
Under. Hey, the over and under, by the way, is 46.5 right now as I'm looking at it. Baltimore is favored by 3. So there we go. Hey, matchup predictors shows the Ravens 63.6%. So
it went up.
Lamar Jackson has 3,678 yards and Patrick Mahomes has 4,183. So what you got, Josh? Tell us about it.
Well, I agree with Doug as far as Justin Tucker is concerned. I think he's going to have a couple of field goals in the game. I absolutely agree with that. I'm going to take the under as well because if it happens to go over, it's not going to be good for Baltimore. That means Mahomes in the game. That means he's taking control of it. It's kind of like a Tom Brady thing. You don't let Mahomes in the playoffs. You got to get him out of it. So I'm taking Baltimore as well. But I'm going to go out and I'm going to say that Baltimore does cover. And as Doug said, it's going to be off the leg of Justin Tucker by doing so.
Any thoughts, Kenny?
A lot.
Oh, we got a lot. He's got Lamar. Lamar is the MVP.
That's the first fact. He is the MVP. Secondly, did they hang 60 on Miami in the regular season, Baltimore?
They sure did.
They did.
Friend. This is going over. This will be in the 30s. It's going to be a track meet. Neither defense will stop the other. And Dougie, you were close on who they look for in the red zone, except for one thing. Mark Andrews has been activated for this week, so he'll be your anytime touchdown scorer. I agree with the Justin Tucker. I mean, he's going to get his kicks. Lamar will be Lamar. He'll find a way to fuck it up, and they'll have to kick a field goal. I agree, but it's going over. But I'm gonna take the risk pick because until somebody officially knocks Patrick Mahomes in the mouth and he's out, he's the man. I mean, what did Ric Flair say?
Be the man,
Beat
you
a
gotta beat the
man, you gotta
man.
beat the man, baby. Woo!
Correct. And right now, whether you like it or not, Patrick Mahomes is the man. And he just finds a way to win, man. I mean, that's just bottom line. Josh Allen, Buffalo was the better team. Say what you want. He found a way to win, and it'll be no different Sunday. The Chiefs will win, so I'll take your 3.5, and it's going over. And Mark Andrews will be your anytime touchdown scorer.
Buffalo will be there if they ain't let Scott Norwood kick that field goal.
No, hey, hold on.
Hey, when he come out there in that number 2, I said, man, this thing's gonna go wide right, and there it went.
Dude, I called it.
It looked like my tee shot off the number 1 tee.
Look out, anybody to the
Hey,
right,
hold on.
baby.
While y'all talk, Marky, I got something for you. Keep talking.
All right. Hey, so wait, let me go ahead and review this. The Chiefs are in their 6th straight AFC Championship game, and this is the first for the Ravens at home. The Chiefs are 13-6, the Ravens 14-4, and against the spread, I think I've seen where Lamar Jackson is 6-0, and I think Patrick Mahomes was like 8-2 or something like that. I've seen. Let me see right here.
Marky,
Yeah, go ahead.
We need a Missouri bad boy reunion.
Yes, we do. Woo, baby. I hope them are size 11 because I'm about to come get them.
They are.
Woo, thank you, baby. I love you too. That's right. Look at there. MIZ, baby.
ZOU.
Against the spread, here we go. Chiefs are 12-7 against the spread. Ravens are 12-6. Series record, Chiefs lead 7-5. Last meeting, the Ravens beat the Chiefs 36-35 back in September of 21 in Baltimore. So there you have it.
That was not a playoff game. Let's keep that in mind.
No, but I know Pacheco is nursing some injuries as he did not practice the other day. That'll be something to watch as well. Johnny Grissom, what you got, buddy?
Man, like, it can go both ways. I think either team can win this game. Depends on who shows up. Patrick, man, he's a bad boy. He's bad.
Yep.
He's good.
Yes, he is.
But you got that tied in and that country singer.
She ain't country.
Country, pop rock, wherever she is.
She ain't country.
She ain't a singer.
Singer, yeah. But hey, damn, man, if it wasn't those two, they probably gonna win. But I hate to do it. I like both teams. I'm gonna go with the Ravens to win. Let's go, Patrick Quinn. He played for my high school. He played for my college team, LSU. Let's go, Patrick. Get you a championship, man. You deserve it. You won a state. You won a championship in college. Hey, here's your NFL championship game right here coming up. But the Ravens, it's going to be really close. I'm going to go with the Ravens. And the over, it's going to be really close with the over and under. I'm going to go over on that one.
I'll take the over. Hey, by the way, I like to say I put the O in country.
Johnny, I just like to say that's a good assessment because but you can talk about Kelsey all you want, but you look at Baltimore, they're known for shutting down good tight ends.
Okay.
You can look at some tight end numbers through this season playing against Baltimore. Kelsey's going to get shut down. People are going to want to take him in the over the 72 receiving yards, something like it. And he's going under. If you want to bet anything on Kelsey, you bet an anytime touchdown because they will look for him short when they get in the red zone. But he's not going to have a big day. He may hit 50 yards receiving total.
I haven't taken him in over any yardage all year, Doug.
Well, he was over last week, but he won't be this week.
1 out of 17 is good.
That's right.
Hey, that tells you easy which way to go too.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
I really think when they get in that part of the field of the 30, 35-yard line, I think he just becomes a decoy because everybody focuses on him across the middle, and that opens it up for the other concreted hand receivers who can't catch a cold in a meat locker soaking wet. But I don't think he goes over the yardage either, Dougie.
Hey, speaking of Travis Kelce, guys, him and James Winchester will extend their Chiefs record for playoff games by appearing in their 21st playoff game. The Chiefs' Andy Reid is the only coach to reach at least 4 conference title games with 2 different franchises.
Wow.
Kansas City and, of course, Philadelphia. Mahomes has thrown for 4,561 yards in the postseason. He needs only 404 yards in this game, or if he wins in the next one, to pass Mr. John Elway for 8th on the NFL career list. Mahomes will be playing in the 17th game, while it took Elway 22 games. Mahomes has 44 touchdown passes in the postseason. He needs 3 to pass Peyton Manning for 5th on the career list. Mahomes has 13 postseason wins. He can tie Elway and Manning, Steve Young, and the great Terry Bradshaw for 3rd behind Tom Brady and Joe Montana on the career list with a victory Sunday. Mahomes and Kelce connected for 2 touchdowns against the Bills, giving them 16 in the postseason career. That passed Brady and Gronk for the most by a duo in NFL history. So, man, the Chiefs have a lot of stats that back them up, folks. Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice has 170 yards receiving through 2 playoff games. Of course, Rice is a rookie and a standout from SMU. So those are some things that makes you want to know. Key injuries. Thuney has a pectoral, and safety Mike Edwards has a concussion. Missed practice this week. So did the right guard Trey Smith. And the illness is expected to play, and Baltimore's tight end Mark Andrews, as we just talked about, hasn't played since November, but he's been at practice this week. I think for the Chiefs, Kansas City defensive lineman Chris Jones, and he will play also with that George Karafis, I believe is how you pronounce it. So there you go, folks. There is. I'll tell you what, here's a stat to look at, guys. Turnover differential. Chiefs is -11, and the Ravens is a +12. So there you go. The lowdown on that. With that all being said, I'm still going to go for the Chiefs. Give me my 3 points, and I'm also going to take the over.
Yeah, but Mark, you have to if you want to sleep well at night. You have
That's
to.
right. That's right. We all know my wife is a big-time Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
And I will be wearing my Nick Bolton Mizzou Kansas City jersey on Sunday, folks.
Hey, just a little tidbit here, but since 2001, there are 2 colleges to have at least a player in every Super Bowl.
Oh,
And
God.
that is LSU and that is Georgia Bulldogs. That is the only 2 colleges to have at least a player in every Super Bowl since 2001.
I see down in LSU they got players who like to bet on themselves, man.
I bet old
saw
Booty betted on this one.
Yeah. That's a
Butte. Butte in trouble with it. He's got his Butte in trouble.
Yeah, he got that Butte in trouble.
That's not an LSU problem.
He's going to have a sore Butte at some point in his life.
Yeah, damn right.
Sure is.
He going to go see Bubba, and Bubba going to love some Butte.
I bet
Damn right.
Bubba's a Georgia fan, and he going to let old Butte have it.
Hey, he was 130-something thousand up at one point. I heard some more on it today. Yeah, he was
I hope
He was
I hope he still got that for attorney's fees.
No, when he cashed out, he only cashed out 50,000. So, and
he obviously voted for Biden. He ain't very smart.
He's not very smart. He placed, what was it, 5,900 something votes or bets. Excuse me, you got me thinking about Biden votes.
Man, that is a lot.
Yeah, and he was only 20, so he defrauded. That's where they're really getting him. They're grinding him because he faked his age. You know, he falsified his age and bet underage. So that's the felony he's facing. What they called it, computer something fraud. I don't know, some kind of fraud.
Cyber fraud, Dougie.
Yeah, something like that. I read the charges earlier, but yeah.
I mean, is he not smart enough to go get Ray Ray or Nook Nook, who's 27 and afraid to make his bets? Hell.
Oh, Ray Ray. Hey, Ray Ray wasn't there. He was robbing a liquor store.
Well, hell. Then wait. FanDuel can wait. You can make another bet.
No doubt.
I do it all day long at work.
It's a big mess. Hey, all right, let's go ahead and talk about our NFC championship game. The Detroit Lions coming in with a record of 14-5, going against the San Francisco 49ers, who are 13-5. Matchup predictor has Frisco 74%. So Detroit at 25.9. Over and under is 51.5. Frisco favored by a touchdown. And you got to feel good for the city of Detroit, as it's been a long time coming.
Mm-hmm.
They do have a lot of questionables for this game, as Chase Lucas is questionable. Oh, good old quarterback that you guys might know, a backup, Hendon Hooker. He's questionable.
Who cares?
2 outs for Jonah Jackson at guard, and Raymond wide receiver will be out. Frisco is pretty well healthy, as they got one guy questionable, and that is Burks, who plays linebacker. So, guys, what are your thoughts on this one, Dougie?
Well, this is a game I'm really looking forward to here. I hope the winner of it goes on and wins the Super Bowl. That'll be who I'm pulling for. But I think that Detroit, I think they're going to make it a close game. I think it's going to be a shootout. I'm going to give you 2 bets that I think are pretty likely to hit, and that's the over, and that is the over on Jared Goff, 23.5 completions. I think he's going to have to fire the ball. I think they're going to have to score some points. We're talking now about the team with the actual best tight end playing right now, and that is Mr. Kittles at San Francisco. It's great to have some kind of singer up here that they keep showing in the box, rooting for you, and yada yada, this and that. But the actual best tight end in the league right now is Mr. Kittles at San Francisco. And I think it's going to be kind of a little bit of a shootout. I see this game going over, and I see Jared Goff having to throw the ball quite a bit. So I would definitely go over the 23.5 completions. But if I have to pick a team, I think it's going to be, I would take Detroit within the points. I'm not saying they'll win outright, but I would take them and the points if I just had to bet on a team to win it or whatever. Our point spread.
Man, you're sitting there talking about tight ends. There's a pretty damn good tight end at Detroit as well.
Hey, there is a rookie right there. Yeah.
Go ahead, Kenny. You got Kenny speechless.
Yeah.
Which doesn't happen often.
I don't know if that's ever happened.
I have that effect.
I mean, between the constant LSU stats, which nobody gives 2 fucks about, and you saying that Kittle is the best tight end in the playoffs remaining, tells me all I need to know.
Skittle Kittle.
Yeah.
It tells you why did I finish ahead of you on every pick'em contest we have.
You might can pick games, but you pick players like I pick wives. That's fucking terrible. Both tight ends that play for Detroit are better than Kittles. Let's start there. Both tight ends that play for Detroit are better than Kittle's.
Hey,
That's Laporta and Zach Ertz, who ain't played all fucking year, and he's still better than Kittle.
that Laporta, I'm gonna give you that. He's
That
up
dude's a
there.
stud.
Yeah, he
I
is.
agree that Goff's going to be over 23.5 because it is going to be he's going to have to throw it because I don't really think either team is going to run the ball effectively. McCaffrey's going to get his. Detroit will get some. Both defensive fronts are too solid. Aiden Hutchinson is the man. That guy is just a stud, complete stud. But I agree with you on the 7 as well because San Francisco's 1-6 as the favorite at home this year. The other thing, if it comes down to it, it's a one possession game. Which quarterback do you trust? I sure the fuck don't trust Brock Purdy. I don't. He's done nothing to tell me he's the man. Nothing.
Had his first comeback win last week now.
Yeah, but he didn't look good most of that game.
Thank you.
You got to start somewhere, Kenny. You got to
Yeah,
I
start
understand that.
He started at the end of that game last week because he didn't play very well.
No,
You're right.
he's a one-trick pony. Jared Goff is proven. Jared Goff is proven. And if it comes down to it, and I got to trust Laporta, Rama St. Brown, Jameer Williams, hell, Zach Ertz, if he's in the game, I'm riding with Goff because Debo is softer than wet toilet paper. Ayuk's okay. Jennings is below average.
I agree.
McCaffrey can't catch the ball out of the backfield and run without getting the shit knocked out of him.
Boy, you ain't lying.
I'm taking Goff in that instance, and I agree with Doug. I'm not saying Detroit wins, but I am taking Detroit to 7. I will take the over. I will take Goff for 23.5 over, but I'm taking Laporta for an anytime touchdown as well.
That's a good bet.
Hey, what's the over and under on Goff's touchdown passes?
I think that's 2.5.
Oh yeah, I would take the over. He's probably gonna throw for 3.
I think he throws for 3. I mean, I think he hits Laporta. I think Ramon St. Brown gets loose for 1. And it wouldn't shock me if he hits Ertz or one of the linemen that old Gambling Dan Gamble loves to put in.
He likes to go for it on 4th down, too.
4th down, he's going to put a lineman in the game, and he's sneaking out, and Goff's going to hit him with a Tebow jump pass for that 3rd.
What you got, JB?
Well, I think on paper, San Francisco is a better team. Chances are they probably are going to win, but 70-something%. But, man, the one thing they're not pointing out is, as you said, Kenny, is Debo. How hurt is he? Because they're not going to come out and say that he's healthy. They're going to say he's healthy, but last week he was hurt. And
JB,
so
a question. If he catches the pass and you're a safety, a linebacker, you laying into him a little harder?
Yeah, absolutely.
Matter of fact, I might risk a 15-yard penalty to put his ass out of the game.
I'll give him some yards.
He might catch some punches on the bottom of a pile, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You land on him and tackle him hard enough in the ground, that shoulder goes pop. He's
out. Yeah, absolutely. Well, like I said, I think San Francisco probably will end up winning this game, but for the sake of the show, and there's one thing that I've liked all year, and that is Dan Campbell, dude. Man, I think Dan Campbell is one hell of a fucking coach, and I'm sold on Detroit. So for the sake of the show, give me the points and give me Detroit Lions to pull this game off because I think that they can do it. And if Debo is not playing, Detroit will do it. So
Dan Campbell's got a nut sack the size of Detroit.
You think it goes over or under, Josh?
I think it's going to go over. I do. I think it's going to go over.
Hey, all right, before we get into Johnny's picks, be a fine time to thank our sponsors tonight. JB, you got our sponsor list in front of you?
Yeah, we got a couple sponsors while I was out on absence for a little bit. We picked up a little, since we talk about gambling so much, we got Big Johnson Bar and Casino. We got liquor in the front and poker in the rear, folks. Come on in and enjoy. You can have a good time. And then while we at it, if you need to pick up some goodies for your household, we found a furniture store, Sofa King. Price is so low, you're gonna say, man, they so fucking crazy.
It's so crazy.
Sofa King.
Sofa
Hey, all right.
King, baby.
Hey, if I go to that bar and grill, can I get a 5-finger discount?
Man, you can get an old shocker if you want. Drink of the week.
2 in the poo, 1 in the goo.
That's right.
You probably get that penicillin shot too.
Damn. The old penis healing.
Oh, penicillin. All right, Johnny Grissom, what you got? Hey, thanks to our sponsors out there. And don't forget, hey, we still got Edwards Freight too. Doug, what's that number?
That's 573-922-0002.
That's right.
You
Doug
call
Edwards
I
coming.
haul.
That's right. Up and down I-55, anything you want, Doug will get, baby.
Old
Also,
double
man,
nickel.
hey, Manly's Meat Wagon, where nobody beats our meat but us. All right, Johnny, what you got, buddy?
Oh man. Oh,
Doug, you got a fan there in the background or what?
It sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah, she loves it.
Oh man. I want to say 49ers gonna win it. They probably will. They probably be going to the Super Bowl, but
Come on, Johnny. Come with me, buddy.
I am.
Uh-oh. Kenny said fucking him
look,
out.
Hey, hey, Detroit, man, they haven't been there for a long time, just like those Saints. Hey, and they're gonna make it this year. And they're gonna have an upset. They're gonna beat the 49ers. And
Johnny got him going outright. Wrong
Yeah.
team favorite. Vegas, you
Wrong
got the
team.
wrong team favorite.
I'm gonna say 49ers might win, but let's go with the upset.
That's right, baby.
Detroit is gonna pull an upset this weekend and go to
wouldn't
the
mind
Super
seeing
Bowl. And they're gonna be playing against the Ravens this next week or whenever they play. But
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. After the Hall of Fame, I guess.
The flag football game in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
That's
flag
yeah,
football. Don't
because-
touch me. I might get hurt.
Yeah,
And the over and under. What's over and under? What's the?
51.5.
I'm gonna go under on that one.
Johnny, you were doing so good.
Yep.
What's the
know.
name of the podcast here,
This is
Johnny?
I'll take the over, man.
Hey, let's
Good
go.
Yeah.
I'll take the over.
It's a
Yeah.
risk pick. He's taking
Yeah,
a risk pick.
I'm taking a risk pick.
I got you.
Taking
son.
Detroit.
He's out there. Hey, he's out there on the twig, not the limb. It gonna snap like a twiggy, and Johnny
I'm
gonna
gonna
break his backy.
But hey, for the sake of gambling, even though he's taken Detroit, he would obviously take the free 7.
Oh,
Did we all take Detroit in the 7 points?
That's right. I'm taking
Yeah.
Detroit and the 7 points as well. And I will say this, but I think Detroit wins outright. And they're going to cue up some Motown, baby, and be dancing in the streets.
The old Smokey Robinson. Hell yeah.
That's right. Detroit going to pull back some Joe Louis and knock the 49ers the fuck out.
So 3 against 2, huh?
Does that mean we get to see Eminem at the halftime show?
we all
That's
picked
right,
Detroit.
baby.
Are we getting Usher?
Fuck
Usher
us.
this year.
So everybody picked Detroit.
We all picked Detroit, Johnny.
Yeah.
With
So
the point.
nobody's out on the island, but Johnny's out on that twig.
He
Johnny's
took him
out there.
outright.
Hey, we got any other news y'all want to talk about? Dougie, I know you got a lot to talk about, bro.
Johnny stays out there. How about that surprising hire from the Atlanta Falcons? I kind of thought what about Belichick? Is he going to go anywhere? Is he going to sit a year out? Will he come back after a year, or is he done?
I think he's going to sit out a year.
I
Seattle and Washington have already said they're waiting till after the Super Bowl because there's coaches on every team they want to interview.
Right.
here's what I think is going to happen with Belichick. Belichick is waiting in the wings to
Cowboys.
see what happens in Jerry world.
Cowboys.
If Jerry Jones says, "Hey, McCarthy, you're out of here," I think if that's going to happen, I think Jerry Jones is going to go to Belichick. And Jerry Jones, who does not give up power for anything, knows that Belichick has proven himself, and he's going to say, what do you want? And it's only going to be a short-term thing because Belichick's not going to coach for a long time.
Right.
He's going to bring him in, and that's where you're going to see Bill Belichick at.
He wants that Shula record. I think that's why I think he does come back. He wants that Shula record. He's already really going to be remembered as probably the best with
Right.
all the Super Bowl rings that he's got. You know, it took great staff, great players to get them, but you know the coach gets that. But I think he does. He wants that Shula record. And I was thinking Cowboys myself.
Yep.
It sets out a year. I believe that will happen.
I agree.
And I also heard that kind of why Atlanta didn't even go towards him, and they hired this Raheem, whoever, you know,
Raheem Morris.
Yeah. They got to talking about it. They really didn't want to give up the power because when Belichick comes in, he's running things.
Mm-hmm.
He's running who you're going to get, what we're doing here, free agency, everything. And
goddamn, Atlanta needs something like that. I mean, you're picking in the top 10 every year for a reason.
Exactly, they do.
Right.
But I heard just from some people talking on the radio today, some insiders, they were saying that from what they gathered was they changed their mind about giving up that much power, so they hired from within like that. But,
and also I really don't buy into coincidences or anything, but if you think about this, look at Bill Parcells. What did Bill Parcells do? Bill Belichick came in most of his career with Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells went to the Jets. Who went to the Jets? Belichick. Where did Parcells go? He went to the Patriots. Where did Belichick go? He went to the Patriots. Parcells went to the Cowboys. Guess what? Belichick's going to go to the Cowboys. It's in the cards to happen.
And he feels like he can he's got a better chance of getting to another Super Bowl before he quits with the Cowboys than the Falcons for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. He can go in and win right away.
If you're Belichick, you don't want to go to Dallas. You just don't. I mean, that's like Kalen DeBoer. He got it at a default. Nobody wants to follow Saban. Nobody wants to work for Jerry. It's an epic fail. You had one of the greatest college coaches there. He comes in, takes your team from 1-15, wins a Super Bowl, and unloads Herschel Walker and ends up with a whole new team in Jimmy Johnson. And you run him off because why? Your fucking ego gets in the way because he's bigger than you. And then you bring in another guy with just as big an ego, and Barry Switzer. He wins a Super Bowl with Jimmy's boys. You run him out. Belichick don't want none of that shit.
I can't disagree with that at all, but I think what it is Jerry's just getting up there at age. He's going to try this as like a science project, and if it doesn't work out, then he's going to say, "Okay, guys, I was right. I'm taking control back."
Here's a bet we should make on the over the under. Take the over podcast. What happens first? Jerry's death or a Super Bowl?
Jerry's dead.
Jerry's dead.
I'll take
community lock. Jerry's dead.
Yeah, I'll take that right now.
There ain't no fucking way because that clown in our world, he'd find a way to fuck up a 5-woman orgy. He'd fuck it up. Just fucking stupid. You have everything in house to win, and you find a way to run it off for the next best thing. And guess what? Your next best thing is always the one and done.
Right. Well, we had, I want to add a couple things here, too. We had 2 predictions, right? Mark called Harbaugh going to Chargers. And to go along with that, just a little segue, I said to you guys the other day that the offensive coordinator for Michigan would be getting the job, and that is going to be taking place, too. So, that's good for him. I'm really happy for that guy.
I'm happy for him too. I'm happy for him too, but there's a certain organization that got involved. I'm just saying, and they said, "Hey, whoa! You're looking at all these other guys. You got a guy in house who beat Ohio State."
That's right. He did beat Ohio State. He what? 3-0?
3-0.
No, he
went
6-0
because Harbaugh was suspended for 5 games.
He went 6-0 because
6-0 is for first 3 in the last 3.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And just so
you're looking outside, you got somebody in house who went 6-0 and beat Ohio State, and he just happens to be a brother of color. So he gets big, but he deserved it. They
Yeah,
wanted to
he
make
did.
it that way in the
Yeah.
media. Had nothing to do with it. That dude deserved it.
I think
That's
they
right.
wanted.
He
I
sure
think
did.
they wanted to stay in house anyway. I think they wanted
I
to
think
kind
they
of stay
did,
in house anyway.
but they were doing their diligence of searching. Well, every search had a Caucasian candidate, and boy, some people were getting upset up there, and he deserved it. They should have never had a search. He was right there again. Jerry's World in your backyard. He's right there. Take him.
Well,
And
nowadays
you're
I
getting
think
him at a discounted price if you go get a name.
nowadays I think you've got to interview so many candidates.
That's
You do.
bullshit. Oh,
You do, and I get it. Okay, fine, but just because you interview them don't mean they're qualified. And you know,
I
the
know one
NFL
that
makes a big deal about that.
I know one that there was rumors about, but that they were never interested in, and he was never interested in them, and that was Mr. Brian Kelly, Coach Brian Kelly at LSU. He was never.
here we go with
interested.
some LSU shit, man.
He was never
Mark, hit the
interested
mute.
in them.
Man,
They were
Doug,
never interested in him.
Doug is the LSU like Collinsworth is the Mahomes.
Bye-bye.
See that LSU Doug away.
Yeah. The reason nobody was interested in him because he ain't done shit.
Yeah. And just so our viewers at home know, in case they ain't figured out, the organization that Kenny's referring to is the local Teamsters Union 54 out of Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Kalamazoo. Hey, that's where Elvis is, ain't it?
By the way, JB, what is the connection to that same union?
Jimmy Hoffa.
They're also backing Joe Biden.
Oh yeah, they just announced that the other day.
Yeah. See, I know that.
I got to keep my business, keep my card, my Obama phone turned on.
Although their president said, I know most of my members probably won't be voting for him, but we're throwing our support behind him. Yeah. But we're getting into something different now.
That's right.
But
yeah, let's move on from that.
I'm glad that guy. I'm glad Shereen Moore got the job. He much deserved it. 6-0 and beat Ohio State as a intern or whatever. But he deserves it 100%.
Hey,
Amen on that.
Do you know who else is glad? And do you know who? Did you hear about the big party?
No.
Those boys at Ohio State, Ryan Day. He threw the biggest party, man. I mean, it was epic. He was so happy when Harbaugh left. but
He was happy when he left, but he's sad when he found out the replacement because he's 0-1 against the replacement.
There you go.
It's no more excuses though for Mr. Day. It is
He's
no more
out.
excuses. If he don't beat them this coming up year, his ass is out.
Hey, Ryan Day could be your next Dallas Cowboys head coach.
He may be, because if he loses to Michigan again after Harbaugh left,
he's gone. He's gone.
He'll be an
Oh no, Ryan Day don't have a good record in Dallas. I mean, he just lost the Cotton Bowl. So
hey, I'm gonna tell you what. Who was the coach Who was the coach for Ohio State back in the 80s and 90s that beat everybody but couldn't beat Michigan, and they fired his ass simply because he couldn't beat Michigan? John Cooper.
Yeah.
He beat everybody except Michigan, and they said bye.
Yeah.
So,
they
they'd rather lose every game and beat Michigan than win every game.
Yeah.
And not beat Michigan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they will. It's no more excuses. He threw a party. He was happy when Harbaugh left, but then reality hits him and says, "Uh-oh, now the pressure's on. The pressure is on.
Yep.
He better win."
Right.
Better. Well, all right. Any more else we need to talk about?
No, big playoff weekend. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a good Super Bowl, whoever is in it. So I'm really excited about that too. So
we need to have a Super Bowl show closer time to get. They wait 2 weeks. I hate that. I like it when they used to only play the next week. But and I'm going to gather up some very good prop bets. There's all kinds of prop bets for that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
sure. I will have y'all 6-7 of them that you will make money. I will almost give you a money back guarantee on these. This is how sure
money back. Hey, Edward Frank about to go broke.
Hey,
I need a screenshot of your bet slip.
He said almost. Keyword almost.
Yeah, almost.
I'll
He
lay
got to
Y'all
read the
don't-
fine print.
75% back. I'm good. That's a good ROI
Hey.
right there in the gambling world. I need a copy of that bet slip.
Man,
Hey,
you know
Doug.
nothing's guaranteed, and you know when you bet. So
Doug, I got your back, bud. I got your back.
there
Hey,
you
not
go.
to change the subject, but Arizona basketball, I hope every one of them gets chlamydia and it burns when they pee for the rest of their fucking life.
How much money they cost you?
146. 5-leg parlay. I hit it all. They're playing
But Arizona.
ass fucking Oregon State. Barack Obama's brother-in-law is the goddamn coach,
Yes, he is.
and they fucking lose.
Ooh, Arizona, baby.
That's- hey,
They're doing so good early in the year, too,
That's
man.
what
They
I'm
look like
saying.
they could be national title team.
nothing's guaranteed when you place them bets. So that's why I'm saying, I'm going to give you some that's 85, 90% guaranteed, though.
I'll lay it for an 85% return if it don't hit. I'm good. How much you
Hey.
need? Tell me. I'm in.
You're gonna get 100% return on these. I'm gonna give y'all some good ones. for
Mark,
the
this is
Super
going to get archived on YouTube, right?
Yes, sir.
Motherfucker, I'm in. Let's go.
Hey,
We're talking.
hey, we'll all be down there on February 3rd, too. So there we go. We can place our bets there, Kenny.
There
Oh,
you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
After
me
I
and
go
Kenny's
play-
wearing
after-
our Christian Leitner stuff.
Yeah, we're
After I
gonna-
go up there in my Christian Leitner jersey and lay it on the Duke money line, we got it, brother. Let's go.
If I get sick on you, excuse me. So,
He's going to be sick at the casino that night after
oh,
Duke whoops that ass.
it ain't looking good for y'all.
We're
All
resting.
right.
They're resting Roach and Mitchell because it's
That's
okay.
right.
The little piddly Pittsburgh games don't mean shit because what
That's
is it?
right.
It's what you do at the end of February and March.
RJ,
March Madness.
RJ stomps that Roach every time he's around him, so we ain't worried about that.
Or Jeremy
Tell-
Roach.
Ain't nobody worried about little buckwheat. I promise you.
Yeah, he coming off a career high 36. Your little
Damn.
Florida State Seminoles better worry about him tomorrow.
We ain't worried about him. It's basketball. We don't give a shit.
Yeah.
We're firing Leonard Hamilton after this year. We don't give
That's
a damn.
good because you're gonna lose.
There
Can't
again,
fi-
you're out on that twig, Doug. Way to
You
step out.
You can't fire Leonard Hamilton, man. He's been there for 25 years, seems like.
We fired Willie Taggart after 22 games. Don't tell us what we can and can't do.
Leonard Hamilton's he's a staple there.
He's the Bobby Bowden of the basketball.
That's
Yeah,
The
right.
only
right.
difference
Going
is
nowhere.
Bobby won. We're running Leonard out.
No,
All right.
okay.
All right, hey, let's wrap it up, guys. We've been 45 minutes. Thanks everybody for joining us on a special edition of Friday Night Football. Hey, we will get back with you on a special Super Bowl edition, but we'll be back Wednesday night for college basketball episode. And Doug Edwards will have some picks for you and make you some money.
85% guaranteed.
There you
Working
go.
for Vegas.
All right, man. That's Johnny Grissom. That is the
Go
Nature
Tigers.
Boy. That is Lamar MVP, Doug Edwards, and I'm Mark Manley saying so long for the Boot Hill Sports Network.
See you guys.